sessions ago, the party met in a tavern called Barca's Wet Drink and decided to split into 3 groups. Babel leading the largest group of the split party with Bam, Janster, Iskander, and Sheehan went to the Queen's Palace. Kildare, not wanting to take part in the politicking at the moment, left the party to search for hopefully his organization in the city, having only seen a few signs of roguish activity. Glenn partnered with him for his search as he wished to find the seedier elements of the city for his own reasons. Shamash, tired of seeing his fellow survivor Aros being left blowing in the wind with no defense or weaponry, decided to take it upon himself to take him to the shops and outfit him in equipment. Balasar, being Shamash's family retainer, naturally accompanied him. In that train of thought, while they were speaking together as they dined in the tavern, Shamash heard about refugees from his country, other Dragonborn, and he intended to seek them out after he went shopping. So Shamash with Aros and Balasar left in their own party. They won't be seen unless you guys actively search for them. So, with Babel not currently present at the table right now, it just leaves Bam, Sheehan, Iskander of that group, and the other group is Kildare and Glenn. Let's see. My question to Kildare and Glenn is, do you want me to tell the party what you 2 roguish devils were up to last session? Or do you want to tell them, if at all?
Defer.
You want me to tell them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, an update from the last session, which was just the 2 rogues. Kildare and Glenn left the tavern into the plaza, which was a lot more livelier. Followed the directions of Pluck, Kildare's bird companion, to search for symbols in Thieves' Camp that were spotted before they had gone to the tavern. They were informed it was around the Green District that was last seen, because they were at the dockyard area before. As they were going to the Green District, they went to the gatehouse, where the large walls separate the main city center and the Green District. There, the gate guards, the gate guards were very, what's the term?
Hostile?
I wouldn't say hostile. I'd say they were on guard.
Prejudice?
Prejudice.
Prejudice would be a good word. And when
They were
Glenn,
profiling. Profiling's wrong.
when Glenn asked them what their deal was, they had kind of a standoff with the gate guards. Almost came to blows with the guards. Until the guards, in a final command, told them to move along. Glenn shook it off with a cape flutter, and they both left, thankfully not having an encounter. Choosing not to go into that encounter, they get 5 experience for that. For the both of them. For, I should say, surviving a potential encounter. So Kildare and Glenn have an additional 5 XP from that. They were in search of, again, roguish elements, and went into the Green District, where they saw more troops marching along, and searched around until Pluck pointed out precisely where they needed to go, which was a large building in the central in the central area. It looked more opulent than other buildings in the area, and they found around the corner a lot of graffiti on the side of the building. Doing an investigation, they found that it was etched into the wall, the thieves' camp they were looking for. This pointed out to be a dangerous building until they further investigated what was left of it and said it pointed out it was not dangerous, this building, which was very odd. So they went inside to ask around, and they met an official of the Mercenaries League. The official of the Mercenaries League asked them what their business was, and they claimed they were lost. And eventually they were offered a under-the-table job by the official without him wanting to do any more paperwork. They were informed of 3 AWOL mercenaries that are out in the main city. Do you guys remember the names of those?
Oh.
Hold on. I know what my character does. Automoden, Nicholas, Fearless, and you got a word, Tenderos, I think. God, you're electing. Tendaros. Do a screenshot check.
Automedon, who likes to drink.
Yeah.
The official suggested that he might be at one of the taverns in the city, drinking it up. Again, being in dereliction of duty and being in the city when he's not supposed to be. Nicholas the Fearless, who wears nothing but full covering helmet and carries 2 maces, who likes to wander. He could be anywhere in the city.
Nothing but a helmet.
Yeah, he's naked.
Roughly. He carries 2 maces and he likes to wander, so he could be anywhere.
He has a full helmet, and also he carries 3 maces.
So this, the final,
3 clubbed weapons, eh?
the final contracted person was Tundarios the Unrelenting, who
Doesn't relent apparently.
he looks different to the other mercenaries. He has a large oval shield, long red hair, and a long red mustache, and he's really tall. He's very noticeable compared to everyone else. So if you find him,
well, I don't know. The guy carrying being naked with a helmet.
So he just didn't like
Arguably
some scraps of clothes, has 4 maces.
why does it keep increasing every time you mention him? Like,
There's
he's-
3 maces.
6 men and his 5 maces.
And then he keister in one.
The point is, he's a wandering.
He's
He's probably a berserker, given the details. So you got those 3 guys, and he said he wants them taken care of. He doesn't specify how. He would like to, if possible, have them back in service. But if anything else should happen, it's not his problem. And he would work out payment with you after the contracts were completed. This was not in paper or parchment. This was a verbal contract with you guys, and you guys agreed. So you took him up on that, and then you, I believe you just chose to head out after that, after receiving these contracts.
went to the magic shop.
Yeah, you went
to the
back to the
magic
curio.
shop.
You went back to the curio and asked the shopkeeper.
That crazy lady?
No,
No,
the magic guy.
Oh, you want me to recap? I can stop anytime. So
You don't have to tell him the full details of that.
he went to the curio there and asked them if they saw any of the dudes, and he saw the long red-haired man. But it was not any time recent. So you know they're in the area somewhere in the city. That's all you know about And then you asked him about. Do you want me to go into what you were searching for?
Nah.
No. Well, that's the majority of what's the rest of that session is. So
That's fine. Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys were searching for the seedier element of the city, the underground black market. You wanted to get in contact with potentially members of an organization you may or may not be a member of, and you also wanted to see what was up with the underground society of the city. So through some investigation and some more talking with the curio guy, he doesn't sell goods. He doesn't deal in money. He only trades unique items. But he thought that all products, all goods that come to the city go to the docks. When they get there, it only makes sense that stuff that goes to the docks and comes to the city would disappear if they came in at all. So you guys went to go investigate the docks. The docks, when you went there, wasn't too busy. Just kind of lull, but there were some workers. There were fishermen, and there was one man sitting at a crate on the end of a pier, staring off into the distance. You guys chose to go ask him about potential markets in the area of that nature. He said he can't guide you anywhere at the moment, but he gave you information that he was involved with said market and pointed you to a warehouse at the end of the dockyard, the merchant dockyard. You looking at your district map, went to the final warehouse in the row, which is right up against the military shipyard, and explored around this warehouse, and there was only one door in that had a large, kind of chubby man sitting around. Through, I guess, a stakeout, you decided to walk up and approach this man.
Took a couple coins to him. And got
Were you going to say Kildry?
You didn't just you get into the part, but I forgot. I did receive damage.
Yes.
I forgot
Yeah.
what it was.
You,
So,
having, you not wanting to deal with this man, Kildry, allowed Glenn to go deal with the man while you went around to the side of the building to try to scale the building. You attempted to scale the building and enter a hole in between the roofing and the walls of the building itself. The walls of the building were sandstone while the roofing was wooden, and there were some openings. You fell off the wall and took some damage.
How much was it? It was like 6, right?
I don't.
It's pretty
remember.
high for me, but
Yeah, it was some damage, and you definitely felt it.
okay. So
You having failed to scale the wall, in the meantime, Glenn had already at that point pointed out that the man at the pier told them to go there to find the black market, and the thug was like, I don't know why he's telling you that, but I don't want you around here again. You were only successful in getting through that door with a bribe. And then he's just like, fine, just don't come around here again. You're making too much of a fuss about it, in paraphrasing. So he went to go sit off on the side and resumed whittling a piece of wood that you guys didn't see what he was doing. He let you pass. You went inside Glen and saw only storage for crates and other things like that, and you saw one fishing boat. And then you came back outside, retrieved Kildry comedically, left the door, then brought him back in. He's just like, oh, he's with me. And the guy's just like, whatever. resumed his watch. You guys went back inside and investigated this room, which had no one inside it. Crates, amphora, barrels, and a fishing boat. Through extensive investigation checks by both, you notice there's no way to get this boat in or out of the building. So with further investigation, you claimed more rope off the boat. You claimed some netting after cutting up a large fishing net. So you have multiple little nets now. And with the implementation of moving the rudder, you uncover a carpet off the middle of the floor. And it uncovers a trapdoor. So uncovering this hidden door nets you 15 experience.
Say 15?
15.
Yeah, 15.
And we're just about through with this recap. So,
Okay,
so you guys uncover this trapdoor. There was no lock on it. It was just hidden by a rug that was connected to a wire that was attached to the rudder. And you open the door and immediately get hit by the smell of sewage.
cool.
And you guys assume while going down into it that this is a sewage runoff that goes into the dockyard area that runs under the city. You go into this nasty smelling place and you find a cave system of sewers and other runoff. And you follow it until you get to a fork. The fork to the right leads to an outside gate which goes outside of the walls of the city, outside the military shipyard. So you have that as an exit or entrance. You go back inside with this iron gate, which is unlocked, and you go down the other corridor, and it leads to several other cisterns and whatnot. You hit fresh water, like an underground aqueduct, possibly part of cisterns. And then you hit another thieves' cant symbol, the symbol for trade. You follow that symbol, and you find the black market underground. You find a large, kind of enclosed area, like a major cistern with branches to it, that has multiple stalls of goods. It's very, very abundant in people shopping of illicit sorts. And you did some browsing. Finding the black market, you get 30 experience. So that's a major milestone of Kart Hadash society you found. So all in all, that should be, what, 50 experience so far? So you got 5, 15, and 30? Yeah, should be 50.
Oh.
Okay.
So you guys shopped around. Kildry did some shopping. He spent some money. Whether he wants to let the party know about that.
I already did. I bought a spell book, an empty spell book. Ratty
Pigskin cover spell book that's empty, but it's a sizable book that he can put spells in should he have the access to that. Let's see, was anything else bought by Kildry?
I asked about my organization and
Yes.
hinted, and then he pointed me to somebody to contact.
A female at a holding stand.
Another stand had a woman that looked pretty regal. She was wearing a dress that in the darkness of this underground market was glowing purple.
Oh yeah.
Think of it like glowing fungus, but it's a purple kind of sheen to her outfit. And he did his organizations, which we still didn't go over yet. An organization greeting in terms of like a gesture that wouldn't be as noticeable. I suggested something like popping a certain finger while you're talking to
I
somebody.
was thinking like opposite ring finger, like touchy.
Yeah, you greeted this woman who had before that commented how she has not seen one of his kind in quite some time, and then he did his greeting, and she confirmed with her own gesture, which would be the call and answer. There'd be two different ones. And she, with your questioning, said asked you where you were staying. You pointed out on the map where you're staying, at Babel's shop specifically, and she said, and I quote, "We'll send word when we're ready for you." That's what she said.
That's what she said. Just go stand outside.
And
That's it.
that's it for your organization discussion you had with her.
Mm-hmm.
She was asking if you needed friends, and you said definitely. When you were finishing up your organization speech with her, she asked you if there was anything else she could do for you. She pointed to her stock. Her stock was regal-looking, like aristocratic clothing and stuff like that. You could possibly wear at formal events or try to blend in with the aristocrats. Various current styles and whatnot, just for get-ups and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to look nice, you know. And he declined at the time. Glenn commented, "I don't think that'll work very well for us because they're two beast men." So. I suggested that you do have one human party member, and you also have somebody that could be passed off as a human, like I mentioned in the chat with having the halfling on your shoulders or something. You guys left it there. You have the option to do more shopping. There's a market here. Again, the words "we'll send word when we're ready for you" is ringing in Kildru's mind.
Alright. So, I turned to Glenn and I asked him, shop more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What looking for?
And then I'll just kind of pull out my list of everything I have that need. And okay, so scroll tubes, pulley, colorless candle, fishing line, some bells, some caltrops, signal whistle, exchange our gold for some lower denominations, and some tools and paint. Some cloaks, the small kettlebell-like things, and all that.
Can you say it a little louder?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
cause you're, if you want to let the session know that you're looking for stuff.
Oh yeah, small kettlebell-like things, mundane stones, some poisons, and maybe find the deity or
Maybe
something.
ask the woman that she knows where we can pick up stuff.
Where are we currently at? Are we
You're
standing in front of
currently
her?
you're currently a little off from where her stand is. She's resuming what she's doing, but if you want to ask her for point out certain objects, she'll point you to the right stall.
All right.
Okay.
So we go back in.
I'll just tell her these things I'm looking for, but emphasize on the deity to see if she knows where any of their followers may be.
Looking for what do you mean by deity? Are you looking for holy men?
Far from it.
Unholy men?
Just worshippers of the sword.
Well, everybody, I'm sure, has their own beliefs. It just depends on what you're looking for.
The Lady of Night.
Well, that is possibly one of the most foreseen patrons of our society, given where we are. Are you looking for trying to think of the word, guidance by someone of that faith, or are you looking for physical reference to her?
More like communication.
You want to communicate with the deity?
Yes, if possible.
I don't think she has an actual clergy here. You might have to seek that out on your own. We don't have, as far as I know, any set temples for the lady. Perhaps you'll find her in the dark yourself.
What's the name of it?
He said the Lady of the Night.
Lady of
So she doesn't have an answer for you, but
Okay.
you can still ask around.
Okay, I'll ask her if she knows where I might be able to get some caltrops and pulley and some scroll tubes and some small kettlebell-like things like small weights. You know, that way, like if you're casting that, like the little weights on the end, if you can cast it.
Sinkers.
Kind of like sinkers, yeah, but maybe a bit bigger, about like that big around.
So it sounds like you need a bunch of utility items.
Yes, I do.
There's a stall over here. She points off to the left, little down the corridor. There's a stall over there with some utility goods of the sort for setting up traps. You might be able to find what you're needing there. There's also, I believe, a book merchant. She points in the direction of the stall you guys were already at,
Yeah.
who might have scroll tubes. What was the other things you were looking for? You said caltrops and
Signal whistle, some fishing line, and some bells.
you wanted a pulley system, right?
Yeah, like a pulley, and then this is hammer, block, and tackle.
You might have to look for that up top. I don't think we need pulley systems down here, other than to get our carts in. And that's more personally owned.
Ask her about I wish to ask about the cloak that can hide all trace.
Cloak that can hide all trace.
Yes, make you visible from sight. Like, ask-
Cloaks, sounds like an enchanted item. She points out to another stall which would have like enchanted outfitting and whatnot. So you have 3 stalls that she's pointed out. So if you want to go to any of those, the book stall you went to before, like a trap outfitter, I think is what it was, and then magical.
I'll
Because
head-
she's the formal wear. So which one do you want to go to first?
I wish to head to the book stall.
Okay.
I'll just tell her, have a good day.
Good day,
I
too.
asked her, is there any kind of maps to down here, like into stalls that are set up?
I don't know if they would have a permanent fixture.
Okay. It would make.
she's-
It also wouldn't make sense.
We kind of changed things around down here, but if you want a map to the sewers, again, the man with the books might have what you need.
Well, he showed us he did show us the entrance out to the black market that everybody pretty much uses. So.
She mentioned that she's the one that told you about that. She mentioned that there was, because you guys came in from the docks and you saw another entrance exit that goes outside of the wall beside the military shipyard along the coast. She mentioned that there was an exit around down the corridors here that could lead you into just outside the city plaza in the center. That's how they get their carts with their stalls down here. Is they're able to move around because there's so much populace moving around. It's hard to keep track.
All right, the Citizens Plaza 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to mark that on my map.
So there's an exit entrance around there that's big enough for carts to be brought down into this. So it's probably probably nearby.
10.
So you wanted to go to.
Is there a more toward the point of what he needs to find? Maybe like a ninja equipped, just like somebody that has a bunch of ninja weapons and stuff like that.
I mentioned before. There's a stall that has.
Traps.
Okay.
There's a stall that has weapon like swords and daggers and stuff like that. That
Uh-huh.
might because you saw that when you first got here.
Uh-huh.
That might be what you're looking for if you're
Okay.
looking to an outfitter of weapons like that. He needs to go to like a utility trap kind of stall
Alright.
for fashioning stuff like that. You wanted to go to the stall with the book, right?
Magical items and
Yes, the bookkeeper style.
would a spell book be counted as a magical item?
Oh.
Innately, no, but they can be enchanted.
Okay.
I think I know
like
they
you always want to have like fire resist on your book of spells,
Okay.
especially if you
thank you.
cast fire spells.
and
Or somebody who fires fire spells without warning or nothing like that.
I don't know anybody like that.
I don't
Or
know.
a small mouse pees on it.
Small
Chews
mouse
on
will
it.
get small mouse will be fed to bird.
All right. So the book stall sees you approach once more. He's like, "Welcome back. It wasn't that long ago I saw you. Did you forget something?"
Yes, indeed. I am after some scroll tubes and a blank book.
A blank book?
Blank
Just a regular sized book, or do you need something like your friend needed?
book. Just a regular size should do.
Okay, I might have a journal around here. And he goes sifting through some books and scrolls that he has laying there. He pulls out a long scroll tube that has a top cap and it has a band. You can,
Sling?
like, sling.
Yeah.
He says, "Would this be to your liking?" And then he opens it up and sees it. You see it's coated inside where it'll be water resistant.
Okay, so
Can I
how many keep it in there? Just the one or?
How many scroll
They're pretty large. You can get
Okay.
multiple scrolls in it if
Okay.
you pack it
So-
in right.
I wish to get 2 scroll tubes and maybe a bit of a bigger book.
Bigger book,
Yes.
like because he had just asked you about like the size. Like he got a spell book,
That is
before,
pretty big.
which is larger.
Is it this big?
It'd be larger than that.
Damn it.
Like
This
the,
big.
Think of it like
This big?
compared to this and this.
Okay.
Like this is a little larger.
Okay. Well then.
Oh, okay. That size is fine.
No.
Okay, so you see him
Do you have
sifting and getting another one of the 2 scroll cases, right?
Yeah.
He grabs a second scroll case. One is black and coated. The other one is a brown. It's coated very similar to it.
So
They
you know which one.
do what?
I said so you can know which one you put it into. Yeah, get the brown one or get the black one. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You guys could always change your gear however you want to,
Okay.
customize it. as
Oh,
well.
okay. We can paint it. you
Yeah,
said.
if you got paint.
Oh.
Coat it with camouflage if you want to. It's whatever. He gets 2 scroll cases. He sets it on the stall, and he goes and flips through some books, and he finds one that is an empty, similar to a journal, and it has a flap that goes over the end of it, where it has a little buckle
Yeah.
with a tie.
Yeah.
And he shows you that it's an open book. There's nothing written on it. It's parchments, pretty clean. And he closes it back up, sets it on the stall. And he asks, "Would that be all today?"
Yes, that'd be all for me.
Okay.
Oh, how about a complete map of the water around us and stuff like that?
You walk up to him again for it.
I thought I was already there. No, yes, I walk up and ask him about the like a waterway map, so something charted waters.
Charted waters. We have nothing to the west, but we have charted waters to the east. and north of the city.
Okay.
Would that work out for you?
How much would that be?
That will be quite the pricey item. That will be 150.
Oh wow. Do you mind if I look at it real quick?
Sure. He'll show you. I don't have it, unfortunately.
No. Can I look at it? As in, copy.
I can look at it.
Look at it enough.
Do you
for
have
me.
photos like photographic memory?
I should.
You should.
Yes. Yes, especially my
That's
race
an actual
should.
feat, actually, too.
Well, my race should have that.
It doesn't
It's
say
all
that.
down then.
It does now.
It does now. they should have that though. To pass on to do that.
What book did we get your Kenku from?
We got it off the web.
The Deep Web.
I got this right here.
Do you have your mimicry written out?
I should.
Because I need to know that.
Okay, Kenku names, Kenku
I'm trying to get
traits. Would it be Kenku traits?
Yes,
Okay.
because that's your race.
Mimicry.
So you got 2 scroll cases. I'm looking up the numbers for this right now.
Okay, that's my custom right there. Expert forgery. Oh, expert forgery. You can duplicate other creatures' handwriting and craft work. You have advantages on checks made to produce forgeries or duplicates of existing objects. You are proficient. Okay.
Okay, so that implies that you have it beside you and you're trying to forge it, like you're
Okay.
right beside it. If you want to attempt to remember it, I'll make you do an intelligence check after you.
Do you
like,
want?
if you don't pay
Yes,
for it and he puts it
yeah.
up.
I'll do that.
I don't think he's going to keep it out very long because this is a black market and he knows what you're probably trying to do.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and just like, oh, just kind of.
If you're wanting to reference it real quick, I'm sure like you asked him and he said, yeah, you can see it for a minute, and he'll watch
just for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, you see.
Do you want me to roll just kind of to do it?
I want to tell you about it first,
Okay.
and then I'll give you an intelligence check because he'll just go throw it away.
No, that won't work. You only get.
You see charted waters to the north of the city. You see the city marked in the bottom left corner of the map. The city is on a peninsula, and it juts out into this this channel, the seaway. To the north, you see a rather large island, like huge in mass.
You know what? You did show us something like that.
Yes, that's the incompleted one that you guys should still have as a party. Babel might have grabbed it last.
I think Brabble got it. Yes.
But yeah, I think he has it in the palace right now.
Okay.
But you see a rather large island to the north, like 2 hexes away from the city, and then above that island is another continent with maybe 1 or 2 hexes from the island. Off to the right, to the east, you see trade routes marked out. This is more of a trade map, like sea trades, and you see very, very small islands popped all over the east along this seaway.
I don't really. I wouldn't pay attention to those unless there's like important like markings.
They're
Like,
like each one of those is like a trade spot. It's
Okay.
like little city states on islands,
uh-huh.
and you see that this stretches out far. Like there's a lot of like city states and island nations and stuff like that. There's a few larger islands that are long, and then there's another part of presumably the same continent that goes up and then juts out a bit, and then you see the end of the map. Where you see in the seaway, there's a lot of little nations spread out, and that's the city-states you've heard about and you know a little bit about from your intelligence in one of the earlier sessions.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more detailed than what I've given you as DM because you looked into it.
Maybe I attempt to try to remember the trade routes. Just like the lines and stuff like that, just kind of trying to remember the lines and kind of some bigger islands, not smaller islands. I just kind of remember that.
Yeah.
So you think I can remember that, retain that?
As you look it over, and you're just kind of like nodding along as you're looking at this. You're like, Yeah, that makes sense. A bigger island would do that. He says, I'm afraid your time's up, and then takes the map, and then he puts it into another case where he pulled it from.
I thank him.
No problem. Are you interested in acquiring?
I don't have a. Let me do my. No gold now. Might later.
All right. I'll be here in the future. I may not be in the same spot, though. So just
Okay.
keep an eye out.
Will do.
Is there anything else I can offer you, gentlemen? I'm still getting the numbers for your
Okay, cool.
transaction right now, but he asked if there's anything else you're interested in his stall. This is books, paperwork, and stuff like that.
I'm not. Oh, you need a drink? We got.
I wish they didn't put
One
these on
gold.
sideways.
1 gold.
Give a freaking gold to get you a drink in real life.
So, would I be able to remember that, or do I need to give you
I want you to give me an intelligence check.
a D20?
Yes.
Don't forget to add your modifiers. Right?
Okay, where's my?
It's just
intelligence?
intelligence.
I was
It's just,
intelligence
just
modifier,
two.
okay.
Just 2. 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, he got a 9.
I don't remember crap.
You know there are islands. You remember islands, like how many islands there were, but you don't remember specifically like which ones seem to be more important with the trade.
Oh, okay. But I remember
You
the
can try
trade routes.
again later, but you might need to reference the map again at that.
Do I remember trade routes or just islands?
Just the islands.
Did I see this?
You know
map?
there were some big ones to the southern part of.
Some pick them as well.
Did I see the map?
Looks like somebody got shot.
You did not see the map. You were in the middle of your transaction at the time.
So how was he doing both things?
I mean, like you were counting up money that I didn't tell you how
Oh,
much
okay.
it was yet. Because again, you have to count up money. I'm trying to find them. I'm sorry. Okay, I found the map scroll, or scroll case as they call them.
2.
This one will be 1 gold per scroll case. So that's 2 gold for the scroll cases. I'm trying to find the book
2.
now.
I know.
I've never seen it before.
What do you got?
No, he did. I wish I rolled higher than that. That would have been awesome.
I'll say the empty book. The empty book will be 5 silver.
5 silver.
5 silver.
You know what?
Do you have the change?
Can you ask him to make change?
Yeah,
I'm sure you can.
I have 5 silver exactly.
Okay.
So I give him the.
So the transaction is 2 gold, 5 silver for the 3 items.
And I'll give him
We got 2 silver.
4 gold and no silver.
4 gold, no silver.
And I'll ask him, could you give us some tips for this? Like which way, like basically let me see if I can like draw out the little underground passageway just to get in there and out of there. No, I don't want like the whole area, but just like. The
Oh, so you just
underground
want to
base.
You want to see just like the layout of the sewer?
Yeah, like no, like
Oh yeah, the woman did tell us to go over there and get that.
so we can know exactly which way in, which way out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
the underground. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the art skills myself, but I do have some schematics for the sewer ways. Should you wish to purchase those.
May I view them
Maybe view them.
and write them down? I do a little copy.
You want to copy my product.
But only for a few gold and only for me. And like
Give me a persuasion check.
Hey, you should ask me to do it. Detail it.
Oh, nice. I knew I was missing something. I didn't bring mine with me.
Hey, is this another persuasion? Are you doing another persuasion?
Shut up. 11 plus 2 modifier, which
For
is 13.
persuasion?
Yeah. Plus 2 modifier, 13.
13.
I don't know how.
All right. But I need another gold. So that'd be
What'd
you
you
already
say?
offered 4 gold.
Yes, that's 5 total. I'll say, fine, I'll play your game.
Play your game is your game.
You started the game.
you know what I started to get.
He-
Then you go, oh, Kildry. Come
He
over here
pulls
for a
out.
second.
He pulls out a similar to one of these, a binder kind of. Well, not really a binder. Think of it like one of those work accordion like
yeah.
folders, kind of a deal. It pulls out several sheets of looks like kind of waxy paper, and puts it on the stall. And they kind of like you can see through it. It's multiple layers like of sewer work, just the blueprints pretty much. And you see not the stalls and whatnot, but you see the actual outlines of where the walls are in this. And he says there are 3 sheets in all. There are several layers. You don't want to go down to the lower layers.
Am I with him looking at this?
You're
Yeah,
upside.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can copy what you need from this,
Okay.
but I do suggest not going into the lower parts of the sewers.
Okay. Are you like actually writing down?
Do what I've acquired. I wrote an empty book and I'm writing the map in the book.
Well, you didn't acquire it.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the book. I'm writing down the map.
Okay.
Like, copying it.
You're probably doing it section by section,
Yeah.
given how big these
For the-
sheets are.
What's down? I asked him what's down there.
Well, aside from our waste, a lot of undesirable elements. I mean, we're undesirable elements down here, but you don't want to go down.
What might we?
Oh, we're not going down there.
What might we run into?
Nasty beasts.
Beasts, you say? Any rewards on their heads?
I don't know if anyone will want their heads after they're
Covered
done
in
being
poo.
down there.
Covered in poo.
You might be able to get the state to pay you for their heads, but
Oh.
I certainly wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm
then-
fine right here.
Then we shall stay very far.
Alright, so don't go down there.
Okay. He lets you copy this stuff down in your book.
The PDF.
Do you want to assist him with that, or do you let him do
I
it?
mean, I'll just take my time.
Do you want to like kind of draw it out or in IRL or?
We'll worry about
I'll-
that
later.
after.
I'll map that out for you guys later.
Okay, well,
unless,
let's do that.
unless you guys want to delve into it right now.
No, we're not going. We're not going down there.
Okay.